Yo, what's up, everybody? What's up, YouTube? Okay, I'm gonna talk about, I'm doing a video for that, probably do a part 3 video about, I'm doing a story about, the Montgomery mayor, activist, Jamel Brown. People know about Jamel Brown, how he was a type of, activist in Montgomery to where that, how he was known as an activist part time, the west side of town to where, how he was a known activist in Montgomery, how they, how he would know, I said Mary Montgomery to where that he would help people out and how he would, I guess, fight for the people in Montgomery, how he was a good dude to the whole community, man. But for like, this story about how he came up, how he started like, became a top preacher in Montgomery, how he started like, do that stuff in his life, how he ended up, being the mayor in Montgomery, how he ended up, finding out, I don't know, cause we don't talk about what about the Montgomery activist Jamel Brown. So okay, man. Okay, Jamel Brown. He from the west side of town, Montgomery, to where that he know by him, being the type of activist to where that to where that he will help out people that are in poverty. How that he will help out people out. The kids, neighborhood kids, the adults, man. How that he was a known activist, man, and yeah, I think Montgomery, my city, do got a lot of type of people out here who very much activists, rappers, somebody who very, I say no way, no, I say in our community, man, but for like, I thought Jamel Brown, he's a dude that would, do things I see for his own community, man, but I feel like people might love him and hate him at the same time, but I feel like, Jamel Brown, he's a dude that would, do stuff for the kids, how he would, try and do stuff. I seen it for his own people, but and I feel like that, he got much more credit, by him, I guess, by being the mayor of Montgomery. So I think then I probably say he was a type of a dude that ran for the about him being the mayor of Montgomery until he lost the race, and how I think that he started off, doing the mayor race down in Montgomery to where they the people might, want to vote for him, and how he kind of had like this thing for a while, then quit being the mayor, on how they would, on how they would like, trying to find somebody else. And I think Jamel Brown, he was a type of dude that ran for the District 4 in Montgomery to where that he is a dude that known by him running basically the whole west side town, the hood, into where he would know about, about him trying like, have his hood behind him. And how Jamel Brown, how that he started off, doing that stuff, but his own community, and how he had, do the back to. So I probably say that he would do the back to school for the kids, like every other August, to where that he would, hand out, I guess book bags for kids, pens and papers for kids to like use for school, and how he would do a lot of I said a lot of stuff for the kids, his own community. And but I feel like Montgomery, my city do got a lot of poverty stricken areas in the city to where they got a lot of abandoned houses, at the other corner in the city, and to where I think Jamel Brown had trying wanting to help his own community out, into where the whole the black community, in Montgomery is, it's about, how they want to have, type of, leadership in the city, man. But for like, Jamel Brown, was chosen one that he would do the work, basically to help his family out, I mean, I say help out the whole black community out, and so I feel like this on life is about him trying to serve the people in Montgomery more service and stuff, but I feel like they, I think over years, I think Jamel Brown had this thing, I think he had like, did his own Facebook show called the Jamel Brown Show in the past, and how he, I try like I think he did a lot of stuff in his life, to where that he would, put on for rappers in the city, man, how the rappers are very much, I say what known in the city, man, and I feel like Jamel Brown, he was a dude that wanna like, put on. I say for Montgomery, how on I hope Montgomery got a lot of people out here, they is not doing, what we're doing now. It's a certain people and how the people out here just, trying to get him to, help him out, the families that are poor and how they trying to, get him to, have him to be a type of leader, in Montgomery to where that he will help out people in life that could be, his people and how Jamel Brown, how he had kind of had came up, of being a preacher, how that yeah, I believe he started preaching when I think that his probably a kid growing up. I think he started preaching when he was a kid. Now I heard some stories about him, being molested as a child, man, by a pastor, man. I think the whole Montgomery had kind of, kind of know about him being molested when his child growing up and how he just, being the type of dude that would, trying to not just stop him to going further in path, but and Buffalo Day, I think he just do, that he trying to serve Montgomery, man. But like Jimmy Brown, got a lot of flack in the past, about him not being a good pastor, man, good people from Montgomery, how they trying to like discredit him as being a fraud, man, and how he would like, do stuff that's not good, man. But for like, Jimmy Brown, he's a dude that is trying to keep himself from being caught in top of crossfire and how how they would try and judge him basically, off his actions and stuff and but I feel like, I think Jamel Brown had trying to, that I probably say that he's trying to, not get that trying to, get him from going further. And but I feel like the people in Montgomery is very much haters, man, they trying to judge him off his character, man. But I feel like that the people in Montgomery is kind of probably trying to get him crossed out, man. About him being a messy dude, man. Someone who just, want to have a messy influence, man, to where the people who might want to, trying to talk to him, how they would make fun of him, man, saying that he's a dude that, a dude that's a fraud, man. Someone who just want to steal money, want to take, on how he was a fraud mayor in Montgomery, a pastor, what they call it, man, to where that he would, trying to, do certain things in life, that wasn't right, and how I think Jamel Brown was targeted basically people in the city, man. But for like that, he was a mayor, pastor, man. How he would, trying to, like, how people probably might talk bad about him in the past, man. But for like Jamel Brown, it's about him trying to focus on his calling in life, and, about him being the type of dude that want him to serve basically the Montgomery people. And if like I think sometimes, my city do get kind of like probably more overshadowed by, big cities and how big cities, they were together, man. But for like, small town cities kind of get top of flack in life to where people who try to make the city look good means that people they try to talk bad about them and how to, on how people might be messy, man, in that days, man. But for like, yeah, I feel like, Jamel Brown, he's a dude that want to have a type of influence basically on the whole world, basically the whole Montgomery, man. But for like, Montgomery is a type of a small city, man, to where people basically try to come up, by doing stuff like, rapping, working, or do something else in life. But for like Jamel Brown, he's a dude that's, he's doing his thing right now, so he's still, pastoring. He's still doing his thing on Facebook, man. But for like that, he's a dude that, trying to serve, everybody. And I say in the whole Montgomery area, like Montgomery is, my city very much more about, relationship, man. How relationships can come together and trying to squash beef and stuff, and how those beefs can get nothing common anything in life, about them trying to have somebody who's trying to, trying to have somebody discredit, man. But for like Jamel Brown, he's a dude that wanna have a type of peace. Basically, so I think trying to stop the gun violence in Montgomery. How the gun violence in Montgomery is crazy, man. How people get killed in Montgomery. How the people, I say get killed every single day, man. But and how he's trying to have a type of such a violence rally. How he does things. I say for the whole community, man. But I feel like, it's type of a bad story behind the Montgomery no on activist Jamel Brown. So make sure I like, comment, and subscribe to peace. I'm out here. Take care. Peace.